The regular season is complete, and it's playoff time in Israel. The Super League's best battle on the court for a chance to take the championship back to their home city. For a few more weeks, the Israelis will continue to host their American teammates in this historic country where the old and new come together.
Inside Israeli Basketball is brought to you by Israel. Seeing is believing.
Hi everyone and welcome. Haifa owner Jeff Rosen loves sports, especially basketball, and has totally immersed himself in the challenges of owning a team in a foreign land.
Come on, hands up, hands up, hands up.
No one said it would be easy managing an organization from halfway across the globe.
Nice play.
For Maccabi Haifa owner Jeff Rosen, it was an opportunity to own a sports franchise in the country of his Jewish heritage. He's the first American owner of an Israeli basketball team.
As a kid growing up, would I ever envision in my wildest imagination that I'd be the owner of a basketball team, a professional team, and be in the situation I am today? Nope, it was not part of the plan. It was part of the dream. And to be living that dream today is very humbling and very exciting and a big thrill.
Jeff and his team operate out of Miami, Florida. With an assortment of technology at their disposal, they are able to manage Maccabi Haifa on a daily basis.
How did that game go? Who won and what? How did it look to you?
Different teams right now between the one that played early in the year and the one that's playing now, as far as we're showing, that's for sure.
I guess we're in a global world, and you have an opportunity sometimes to be a global manager between the press clippings, the video clippings, game plan for the week. It's pretty much a 7-day job.
You know, Jeff's a really smart man. I enjoy communicating with him. You know, he watches the game with an experienced eye from having studied the Israeli League over the years. Similar to, you know, some of the interesting owners I worked for in the NBA.
He signed great coaches. We have a great staff. We have Brad Greenberg as a coach and 2 Israeli assistant coaches which are doing a great job.
When Jeff is back in Israel, he is a fan. As an American Jew, he is captured in the excitement and passion of Israeli sports.
In between that first quarter and the fourth quarter, I'm screaming and yelling just like everybody else. I want to win. I don't do any reflection during the game. I'm caught up in the emotion of the game. When the game's over, okay, we put back on our business face and our ownership face, and we look at what worked and what didn't work. It's a serious endeavor to own a sports team. It takes a lot of time and commitment, but it's a passion play. You can't do this if you don't love what you're doing, and you wake up in the morning and you want to come to work and you want to win. This is about winning.
This may be Maccabi Haifa's most special season yet. After the state-of-the-art renovation of the historic Rosen Arena, the team's home court is now the second largest in Israel and brings a new level of excitement to the city.
The government got behind this expensive renovation of Rosen, and now we have our new facility, the class of the country. I believe the only other facility is Nokia in Tel Aviv that matches us. So we have the challenge after having 2 rough seasons, after coming off of 3 very good ones. The mayor said, look, I did my part. I invested in Rosen, now you need to invest in the team. We need a good team here. So I think this year we probably have a little extra pressure, but I think we'll fulfill the mayor's goals and my own goals of getting behind what I hope is going to be an excellent team and one that the community will get behind and support.
Rosen was the host of this year's All-Star Game and is set to hold this season's championship game. As one of the top teams in the league, Haifa is hopeful to return home for a shot to grab the title.
There's always a high standard, and I think that goes with sports. The goal of, achieving playoffs and going as far as you can. The fans have a right to be demanding victory. I think if you're an owner of a team, you have to have the same demand. Haifa's a beautiful city. We remark in the States, it's a little bit like Seattle and San Francisco. in that it's got the wonderful hills and mountain overlooking the water, and that makes for such a special, scenic, beautiful city. It's quite an honor to be the owner of Maccabi Haifa.
I think Jeff is a real Zionist. I'm very happy that we have someone like Jeff Rosen in Haifa, and I wish we had another 10 Jeff Rosens in other teams, because it's just bringing life to the Israeli basketball, the Israeli sports.
When you wear the colors of Maccabi Haifa, you wear the tradition of not only the soccer team, but particularly the great tradition in basketball. And our goal is to build a winning team.
Securing the number 2 seed in the playoffs was not easy for Maccabi Haifa. Going into the end of the regular season, the Greens only needed to win 2 of their last 5 games. Easier said than done. Haifa lost 3 consecutive games, knocking themselves back to 3rd place, 1 game behind Eilat. It came down to the final game of the season, a battle for 2nd place against Eilat in Romema. A win for Haifa would give them the tiebreaker and the overall number 2 seed.
Merkel. Nice pass inside.
It was a hard-fought game. Eilat had a 10-point lead going into the second half, but Haifa came back to tie it in the 3rd quarter.
Unbelievable.
Eilat once again built a lead, going up by 7 points with 2 minutes left of the game.
The Heska score, unbelievable from 3.
But with their never-say-die attitude, the Greens went on a 9-0 run to come back and win it.
Score! And it's inside!
77-75, clinching 2nd place.
And it's outside. Game is over. Haifa won the game. Haifa won the game. Unbelievable.
Haifa will now face the number 7 seed in a best-of-5 series. Coming up, we'll preview all the first-round matchups. Akko is one of the most historic cities in Israel. When we return, Israeli center Ido Kozikaro takes his American coach on a guided tour of his favorite area.
Taking a break from intense post-season preparations, Coach Greenberg indulges a passion for history, and Ido takes him to see his favorite place, Akko.
In western Galilee, at the northern extremity of Haifa Bay, lies Akko, a city which throughout history served as the main fortified port to the Mediterranean.
It's like a mini Jerusalem, huh?
Yeah, it's very similar. If you like history, like this place almost didn't change in maybe 1,000 years.
Really?
1,000 years ago, you come here, you see the market. You see people selling,
It's incredible.
things. Coach, Akko, if you want to start a tour in Akko, this is the spot. Hummus Said, the best hummus in all the north. That's
All right,
what people
let's
say.
do it.
Let's check
With
it out.
pita.
With pita, of course.
All right, good deal.
This is regular hummus, coach. You start with this one. This is more like with tahina, but you try this. It's very good too.
Okay. This is different pita than what I get at the market. That's for sure.
Wow, it's so good. Really, I didn't remember that it was so good.
So on a scale of 1 to 10.
I give it 10.
Yeah?
I give it 10. Very, very authentic. If you come 1,000 years ago to this place, you would see the same place to walk, same stores, same smells, and the same noises. And this is what make me Love it.
You love Akko.
I'm a history fan, so I feel like I'm going back like 1,000 years ago to the Crusaders.
You played against the Crusaders, right?
I came from the junior team when the first Crusaders of Richard the Lionheart was invading to Israel.
Akko is a diverse city, one of the oldest continuously inhabited sites in the region. From the Crusades to the Ottomans to World War I, the peninsula has been a highly contested area throughout history. During the Middle Ages, Akko stood as the second largest Crusader city after Jerusalem.
Every group of people that used to come here, they built their own part, and this is what makes it so special and mixed. You know, you see the mosque here, you will see a church later on.
One of the most recognizable landmarks of Akko is its seawall. In 1750, during the Ottoman era, the remnants of the Crusader walls were reinforced and survived many attacks. The walls remain unaltered and mostly complete to this day.
Akko was the gate to the Holy Land in early 19th century. The greatest Napoleon Bonaparte tried to invade to Israel. 2 months siege on Akko, and Akko with these walls stand. The bottom line, he couldn't make it.
The citadel of Akko is an Ottoman fortification built in the 18th century. Later in the 1930s, during the British Mandate, it was converted into a prison that held activists of resistance movements.
Some kind of the Israeli version of Alcatraz. Just above us, it used to be one of the cells of the Jewish resistance.
Under the citadel and prison, archaeological excavations revealed a complex of halls built and used during the Crusades by the Hospitallers' Knights.
The Knights Templar and the Hospitals Knights, they used to, it was the Kingdom of Jerusalem, and the greatest days of the city of Akko was in that days. This is where they built the walls and they built all the castles and the facilities. This is the main things that concern about the Jewish history.
Haifa will now face the number 7 seed in a best-of-5 series. Coming up, we'll preview all the first-round matchups.
אני על גולסה, בן 21, משחק במכבי חיפה, קשר אמצעי. מגיעות לפה נבחרות מאוד חזקות עם שחקנים מאוד טובים. השאיפה שלי להגיע עם ישראל הכי גבוה שנוכל. ואנחנו הרבה זמן ביחד, ואנחנו מכירים אחד השני מאוד טוב, וזה יכול מאוד לעזור לנו.
Inside Israeli basketball is brought to you by Israel. Seeing is believing.
It's playoff time in Israel, and nation's excited, and Haifa is ready.
The first round of the Super League playoffs are set. 8 teams will face off in best-of-5 series.
I think there are a lot of good teams in the league. I think the league is very competitive.
Off the curl, passes down to Sean James, easy jam.
In the 1-8 matchup, defending champion Maccabi Tel Aviv will play against crosstown rival Hapoel Tel Aviv. Maccabi recently lost a few games, giving them 5 losses on the season. The last time they lost 5 or more games was in 2008, when they went 18-9, finishing second after Holon, and later losing to them in the championship.
Of course, you got the obvious Maccabi Tel Aviv. Everybody knows them. You got a lot of guys. They can all do a lot of things, or some of them do the same thing. So, that's definitely one of the tougher teams.
Maccabi Tel Aviv is tough because they're deep. They have a lot of subs. They can bring guys in, and it's not a lot of drop-off.
Number 3 Eilat takes on Rishon LeZion. Eilat will be playing with a chip on their shoulder after letting second place slip away. The team is led by the explosive Scotty Hopson.
A lot. Scotty Hopson's back is a tough team because they're kind of like us. They just run up and down. Just about every team is, very talented.
I think that this league this year is very, very equal, and teams from the bottom can beat on a given day.
Netanya and Jerusalem face off in what looks to be an interesting 4-5 matchup. Netanya won 2 of the 3 games against each other in the regular season.
Jerusalem's real talented when they, when they play and everybody's on board.
I think Netanya has a home court advantage. They're in a small gym, play in a small gym. That'll be tough also.
After securing the number 2 seed, Maccabi Haifa will now face Khalil Gilboa. The team split the 2 games played this season.
Maccabi Haifa is, is who I'd put my money on, but, we're, I think we're playing well. Obviously Tel Aviv's playing well, and it's going to be an interesting last couple months.
Maccabi Haifa has gotten to where they are this season with great offense and team chemistry, but the real key to their success is rebounding. The team leads the entire league in total rebounds, an average of 38.8 boards a game.
You gotta want to do it.
We have a big lineup, and most of the teams in Israel, as I said before, it's a small league, and this is our biggest advantage because teams usually focus about 1 or 2 players, and against us they need to focus on 4 players.
The teams don't really get 2 shots at the basket, and we get a lot of offensive rebounds too. I think it makes a big think it makes a big mismatch for other teams playing against us. I think that's one of our biggest strengths.
Every player contributes on the glass, but it all centers around James Thomas. Thomas was 4th in the league in rebounds, and Pat Kalathis was close behind in 6th, both averaging over 9 boards a game. Ido Kozikaro led all other Israeli players with just over 5.
Well, James and Ido are comfortable together for sure, and Pat benefits from those 2 guys cleaning out a lot of space in the paint. Either of those guys can start the fast break right off a defensive rebound, and that gives us much more options to fast break than any other team in the league.
Gal Mikkel is one of the top point guards in Israel. Up next, he takes us back to the playground where he grew up in his hometown of Tel Aviv.
Inside Israeli Basketball is brought to you by Israel. Seeing is believing.
It's the city that never sleeps of the Middle East. Tel Aviv native Gal Mikkel shows us his town.
I think it's love. It's my first love. From, really young age, me and my father used to play, and it's all start from there, the passion and the love for the game. It's, like I said, my first love. Actually, on this basket, for me, all the basketball career start. I used to come here a lot with my friends for many, many hours every day, playing basketball, even soccer over here. It was fun, a lot of fun, good times. אבל גם אסתטי, כן. זרוק, shoot. When I go to like summer camps and stuff like this, when young players play, always the first sentence that I tell them is, I was exactly in your side not too many years ago. When I was there, I always thought that, wow, it's great, to come and to help other guys develop. And when I have this chance, it's great. It's a dream come true. For me, this game is it's life. It brought me friends. It took me all over the globe, and it's love. When When I think about Tel Aviv, I think about this beautiful view. I think about my family, my friends. I feel really fortunate to grow up here in this city. First of all, I really like to ride the bike through this sidewalk. For me, it's really relaxing to drive the bike, and I clean my head and my mind, and it's a great therapy once in a while. We have restaurants, really good ones actually. You have a lot of shops. At night, there are many, many clubs over here, so this place is really crowded at night. A lot of families come in here, especially on the weekend. Besides that, you can see the view, it's amazing. I'm doing an Instagram, and usually I'm not a social network guy. Facebook is not something that I really go on. But this Instagram, it's something different because I think it's kind of art. To express yourself, especially in this place in the port, there are so many views and nice images that you can take. Many people that watch Israel through TV think that, people fight in the streets and there is war going on, and some guys think that we're riding camels over here. But it's very Americanized, everybody speaks English.
So you're going to marry Daniel?
The people from Israel are very warm and very hospitality, I can say.
So we thought in the audience that he should have taken more rebounds.
Maybe.
The statistic man said that
Gal is too nice.
Gal is too nice. If there was statistic of how nice are you, so he was the MVP of the.
They want me to be rebounding machine. I don't know. For me, Israel and also Tel Aviv specifically is the best.
Gal makes the hour-and-a-half trip north to join his teammates and prepare for a playoff run. As we wrap things up here from Old Jaffa, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again after the postseason. So long, everyone.